Hey, happy Friday. So today we're going to talk a little bit about the home buying process, and I'm going to share with you some real estate tips for buyers and sellers. So this is part two of my interview with Stephen Rinaldi, who is the owner of the mortgage broker company Rinaldi Group LLC, where we talk a little bit about tips for home sellers looking to buy and first-time home buyers as well. So check this out. Should I buy my first home now, or should I wait and keep renting?
Yeah, I'm a believer in the area. I think that Philly is a cheap city to live in relationship to like the Boston, New York, Washington, D.C. areas. So I'm a believer in the area and the suburban areas around. I just think long term it's a really good play. But most importantly, for the first time home buyers, when you buy a house in spring, you do pay a little bit of a premium because there's a lot of buyers out there. It's an inflated market. And then it's not that big of a deal if you're selling a house and buying a house in that market because you win on the sell side. And then you're going to get in a competitive situation on the buy side. For first-time home buyers, my advice is always to try to find like the off seasons, that December, January, February, where not everybody's out there because you're not taking the benefit of the sell side in the spring market. So I don't know about you, but for settlements, my lowest month every year, not this year so much, but mostly every year is February. And it's because people just aren't buying in those December months. So December, January, February, always a good time for a first-time home buyer, in my opinion.
How much will I have to pay at closing?
There's so many different programs out there. There are zero down options. There are 3% down conventional. There are 3.5% down FHA. So the down payment's obviously a variable. But if you're going to do a 3% down conventional, the closing cost usually hovers between 4 to 5%. And when I say closing costs, I'm talking about 1% for transfer tax, 1% for title, and then the year's worth of taxes and 15 months of insurance, and maybe an underwriting fee appraisal. So in essence, like when I tell my clients, I say, if you want to be safe, add 5% and then also the down payment. So if you're putting 3% down and they're doing 5% as a ballpark for closing costs, $300,000 house, you're figuring in the low 20-some thousand, 22, 23, 24,000. That's how I just, if somebody wants a quick number.
Stephen, this was great. I appreciate it. And I know those of you in Delaware County, if you're driving down toward 95, check out Stephen Rinaldi's billboard. Looks great.
Vic, I would say that a lot of people, when they meet me, say I look better than I do on the billboard. And I don't think that's really true for a lot of people, if I'm being honest. You know what I mean? I'm just a real big health kick over here, anytime you ever want to talk about this stuff, I love it. The industry is so dynamic. What we're talking about today could be outdated in 2 weeks. So It's always nice to touch and just be able to, give out some information.